Yes! Alright, so, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell, I'm buzzing, alright? I'm still buzzing after Sunday's game, alright? But that's exactly what we're here to discuss. Sorry for the late upload, it's just, I had a bunch of other things going on, alright? So, now, we're finally here to make the video to discuss the Celtic game. It was actually quite an entertaining one to talk about here, to be fair. So let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. Dundee 0, Celtic 1. Now that was the final score, and it did not look like it was gonna be that for a long while, and we'll get into that obviously a little later. But honestly, in my personal opinion, I feel like we were absolutely dominant. We were creating so many chances, although there was a few in particular that I want to highlight. James Forrest, alright, obviously. I feel like he was poor that whole game until literally just the last few seconds, but he has a great chance to put us in front. The ball's literally bouncing to him. It's literally right at his feet and he skies it. He's literally right in front of the goal with the ball at his feet and he absolutely skied it. Yeah, it was ridiculous. He did have a few chances. He did have a volley that was blocked off the line. But yeah, for the majority of the game, Forrest was poor. Honestly, I have to admit, Forrest was poor. But you know, for the vast majority of the game, it was just Celtic creating more chances. But then Dundee started to get a few chances. Like Scott Wright, he was through on goal. Scott Bain then made a very important save, and then Scott Brown cleared it. But yeah, honestly, for the majority of the game, I genuinely felt like it was going to be a draw, purely because of just the way Dundee were defensively. Like, their goalkeeper, Semi Dieng, was making some incredible saves, alright? He kept Dundee in that match, because if it wasn't for him, that would have been an absolute battering. That would have been at least 4-0 if he wasn't in the net. Because, there was one where Scott Sinclair had a curler shot, which he just literally stuck his hand out like this at the right time, and it just flipped up out over the net. Callum McGregor Callum McGregor, he had a few chances after he came back with injury. Dieng saved most of them. Scott Brown had a chance. Dieng saved it. Sinclair tried to score, but he saved it. And then Edouard scored, saved again. But this something I want to talk about with Scott Sinclair, right? There was this shout for a penalty in the first half where he get brought down in the box. Honestly, even I can say, as a Celtic fan, that wasn't a pen. Honestly, it wasn't a pen. Alright, I genuinely do feel like that he went down far too easily. If the Dundee, I can't remember who exactly it was, but if he was pulling Sinclair's shirt and everything and then Scott went down, then yeah, I'd say it was a penalty. But just the thing where he just went down far too easily, so that can't be a penalty. That it just isn't. But we also had a few more opportunities, and they were either saved or blocked. Sinclair, he had that curl shot which was saved. He tried a very similar tactic early in the second half, but it was blocked. It was off target, but he took a deflection in the way there. But Dundee did actually have their chances, and due to all Darnell D, he went down a few times. Obviously, former Celtic player, scored against Rangers in that League Cup final. Yes, even I remember that. And there was quite a lot of substitutions, like Mikey Johnson for Johnny Hayes. Johnny Hayes, can I just say, I feel like he was one of our better players. He was making some really good deliveries out of the box. But every single one of them, we couldn't finish them off because they were either blocked or off target or saved, or just something would happen which meant we couldn't score from them. And I believe we had a few more chances, Kieran Tierney, his shot was wide, and it was honestly quite a pure shot from someone who really likes Kieran Tierney, and I'm actually a slight Kieran Tierney fan. Although I'd say my favourite Celtic player is Oliver Burke, but you know, although Timothy Weah is a close second. So yeah. But here's the thing. There was 6 minutes of stoppage time, which I didn't know where it came from, but I took it. I accepted it, but even during that 6 minutes, Dundee almost scored. They were literally through on goal, because like Jesse Curran and like Scott Wright and all that, they were there, and screaming for the ball, but then but then by the time the ball was passed, there was a bunch of Celtic players and the shot got blocked and Scott Bain could collect it very easily. Then we had a counter attack. Bain literally rolls it to Tierney and then Dundee tried to get a tackle in, but Brown won the ball back, and then it went to Edouard. Then Edouard's running up the park, past it to Forrest. Forrest whips it in again, and Edouard finishes it off in the 95th minute of stoppage time. There was actually about 30 seconds left of the game, and Odsonne Edouard scores. It's his 13th goal in the league this season, his 18th goal in all competitions, but this is why we need to keep him. This is why he needs to start against Rangers, because he's just really good at getting you goals, and I'm not saying that because I really like Odsonne Edouard. I like all the Celtic players. Right, my favourite's Ollie Burke, but yeah, honestly, I genuinely feel like we could have had at least 3. I feel like we could have had at least 3 if it wasn't for the defence. The goal was coming, I just didn't know when. But we snatched the winner very late on, and there you go. So yeah, that means we are now 10 points clear of Rangers, and yeah. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to do something quite different. I'm going to go onto Twitter and look at some of the reactions to post-match. So this should be fun. Just before we touch on that, something else that I want to say. Jeremy Toljan, alright, I don't think, I've not been very impressed with him since he's came to Celtic. Like, a few games where I thought he was very, very poor, but today he was much better, alright. He was making some, like, good deliveries and that. He was actually playing alright, but, yeah. Now let's get on to the Twitters. So after scrolling through Twitter, there's a bunch of people saying that they shouldn't give Neil Lennon the job. But I've just seen a tweet here that says, why is everyone slating Lennon? Didn't Rodgers lose to Lincoln Red Imps? Give the guy time. Some people are so fickle. Yes, that is the problem. That is the problem. He, like, with some people are, they're so impatient. Brendan Rodgers, he lost to bloody Lincoln Red Imps when he was in charge. And Neil Lennon, I mean, he's doing good. We've still not lost a game with him yet. We're still unbeaten. Fair enough, we drew with Aberdeen. That's our only really negative under Neil Lennon. Snatch a last minute winner against Hearts. Snatch a last minute winner against Dundee. Comfortably beat Hibs in the Cup. So stop complaining. Here's another one from Paul that says, please don't play Toljan and Johnson against the Buns. I believe you meant to say Huns, but I don't know. But anyway, please don't. Please, we saw it happen last time we played Mikey Johnson. If you're going to take Odsonne off, then replace him with someone like Buck, or Weah. Anyway, John Hodge says fucking Turgood and Lennon isn't the answer beyond the summer, but 3 points is the main thing. It gets to this point in the season where it doesn't matter how we perform, it's just as long as we get 3 points. Anyway, it says brutal game. Alan says, Alan Baxter says brutal game but 3 points, 10 clear. That's exactly what I'm thinking after the game. But yeah, there's someone literally just called me. It says, if you think Lennon is the answer, it shows the board's consistent apathy towards the fans. He's not the man for the team going forward. Jesus, oh my god. And then at Gunny67 says, Lennon get away with murder there. And then Chris Flood88 replied with, surprised Big Burke never started with Eddie. Why we Johnston? Aye, that's what I was confused about when I saw our lineup. I'm like, why is Johnson starting? He's Okay, fair enough, he scored a brace against Dundee in December, but still, he hasn't played since December. So, why are we taking chances? Like, why not just play Burke? Because he's been incredible since coming in. He's now my new favourite Celtic player. Just start him. What? Yeah. And then there's one that says, got the points in the end. Although performance wasn't great, happy St. Harry's Day all. Yeah. Then next one is Gazzarino at Gazzarino1. It says that today looked like a team and a coach that haven't spent sufficient time on the training pitch. Too many days off, etc. Better up their game for the remaining matches. But here's I think this is a good part of having an international break, is that we can maybe just sort those problems and we can really buckle down before the Old Firm. Dave Love 5 says, can we leave this game out of the end of season DVD? Bit harsh, but oh well. There's one that says Gary Cam and just a whole bunch of numbers. Why is Ware not starting more? 3 points, so exactly. At Scary Toes says Johnny Hayes was immense when he came home. He really was, to be fair. He was given some really good balls in the box. It's Paula again says Francesi is class, by the way. Priceless goals the last few weeks. The Motherwell, Hearts and now Dundee. Buy him again for 18 million. Jesus. And that is pretty much it. So, but that's it. Thank you for watching today. See you next time. Goodbye.